Hi there. Today I am with my daddy at my dad's house, and he went to China before, and I'm going to ask him some questions, and I wonder if we'll learn some new facts about China. Okay. How long did it take to fly to China?
Well, Alex, it was actually a very long airplane flight. I mean, you had to first fly from our city, which is Philadelphia, and you had to fly all the way across the United States, which took 5 hours just to get from here to the other side of the United States. So that's 5 hours. And then you had to fly from the city called Los Angeles, which is the other end of the United States, and from Los Angeles to China was 17 hours. So if you add those up, which is 5 hours to get to the United States, the other side, and 17 hours to get to China, that was a total of 22 hours to get to China. I mean, that's almost an entire day of flying in the air. That's a long time. And by the time you get there, you're very tired. You're hungry, you're tired, you need some rest. But it's worth it to end up at the other side of the world. It's really worth all that flying.
Okay, why did you go to China?
I went to China because my company is really concerned about how employees feel about our company. So I went there and I talked to people just the way you're talking to me, and I sat down and I asked them, how they feel about our company. And I talked to people all across China, and I went to other countries like Japan and Singapore, and I must have met with like 70 different employees, and I asked them about how they felt about our company and how our company was treating them. Interviews just like this. So that was why I went to China.
Okay. What did you see in China?
I saw a lot of things in China. One of the things that I saw that was absolutely amazing was the Great Wall. The Great Wall outside, was just outside of Beijing, the city of Beijing. And what was amazing about the Great Wall was the Great Wall itself is 3,000 miles long. I mean, that's as long as the United States is. But there's only really two parts of the Great Wall that's open to the public that you can actually climb. And so I was able to go to one part of it to climb. And I climbed it, and when you start out climbing the Great Wall, there's hundreds of people that climb the Great Wall, but it's so hard and so tall to get to the top that by the time you get to the top, there's only about 10 or 12 people that can make it, because it's just hard. It's hard on your lungs. So it's really much higher than it looks in the pictures, much taller. There's just thousands of steps to get to the top of the Great Wall. So that was one of the things that I saw. The other was there was what's called Tiananmen Square, which is the largest public square in the world. Really, it's a huge concrete square with thousands of people milling about, and I was there on a beautiful, beautiful day. People having just a great time. Really fantastic place to be. That was just two of the things that I saw. Any other questions?
What did money look like in China?
What did money look like in China? Money looks different in China than it does here. It's different colors. Instead of being just green, it's green, it's red, it's brown. It has different characters on it. It has Chinese numbers, it has Chinese letters. It's worth different amounts than it is in the United States. Very interesting looking money, I have to say.
Okay, did you like China?
Did I like China? I have to say I love China. was one of the best experiences I've ever had. The people were so friendly. I mean, everywhere I went, people were so welcoming. They were just so happy to have you there and friendly. That was one of the best things about China, was how friendly they were and happy to see you there. That was great. I'll never forget that.
Okay. Were there tall buildings in China?
Were there tall buildings in China? The city of Shanghai had some of the tallest buildings I've ever seen. I mean, they had, not only were tall, they had these lights at the top of the building were amazing. They looked like light shows. They looked like 4th of July fireworks. I mean, it was amazing. Red and green and purple, flashing lights that I've never seen even in the city of New York. It was just unbelievable. And I took some pictures of them, but you couldn't capture it in pictures. I never saw, what are called skyscrapers like that in my life. So yes, they had tall buildings in China. Any other questions?
Why do most people ride bikes in China?
Oh, why do people ride bikes in China? I think most people ride bikes in China because that's what they can afford to buy. Cars are so expensive to buy in China that the average person just can't buy a car, and they can only afford to buy a bicycle. And so when you're on the street, the first lane of traffic is hundreds and hundreds of bicycles going by. And when you try to cross the street, you have to wait for those bicycles to go by and see if you can get through those hundreds of bicycles. And when you get through those bicycles, then you have to wait for the cars to go by, right? And so you get through the bicycles, and then you get through the cars, and then you get to the other side of the street. So I think it's a question of what can people afford to ride, and it's mostly bicycles, and that's the reason.
Okay, that was quite facts, don't you think? I hope we learned some new facts today.
Very good.
Yeah, okay, I bet it's time to go say bye now. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.